All right, so here we got. This was my top 64, my 7-2 run. This was round 4 versus Katakuri. Katakuri is probably the least favored matchup. Like, you have so many good cards going into it, but at the same time, without the double Marco. Like, if I got 2 Marcos, it was pretty much my win condition. You do have to play just a little bit more aggressively and a bit more on the defensive as well. Previously, playing against Katakuri, I would just take all of the damage straight up and just go to 0 as fast as possible to create no value for the 10 drop. So when they're playing the 10 drop, they're just gaining a life. But now, essentially, I want to have life when they're playing the 10 drop. And got to be careful around it as well. I mulliganed the first hand. The second hand, I believe, wasn't phenomenal, but it is winnable, so we're going to take that. I believe I won the dice roll and made them go first, just so that way they don't have the odd curve, buys me an extra turn. And I also used the little dice to try to keep track of how many cards they have. Yeah, so they just go and pass, no pudding. Phenomenal for me. We'll go 2. I believe I'm going to play Whitebeard Pirates. Yeah, Whitebeard Pirates. I don't remember if the cards were like phenomenal, but as you can kind of saw, you already saw like the peak of the Ace there. Ace is pretty solid, especially if they're playing the vanillas, plus just the Rusher. It does come up. And it works great with my Seaquake. So we go ahead and do that. We're going to play a Buggy here. We go Buggy. I believe I find the only card I think that showed up was Fire Fist, which isn't phenomenal value into Katakuri. So I believe that was the only card that I had hit. But we take those because it's way better than a whiff. And if they have 2 blockers, it is semi-relevant because you can hit Cracker or Sparrow. So it does have some value. And if you see that Otama, you can get value. I believe here early on, I'm going to try to big hand. Just keep a lot of cards in my hand so that way I can combo out. Knowing that going into their curve now on 7, he's going to want to play that Big Mom and not attach 1 and swing 7 with Katakuri. So big advantage for me there. But yeah, we're playing the pudding. I think they grab Strusen. No. They grab... Oh, he showed me all the other cards. You shouldn't do that, by the way. Be careful with your hand. Some people even show you. I don't encourage that. Like, yeah, it's funny, but it also does give away some deck knowledge. So please, like, don't do that. Yeah, he's going to swing 7. And he looks at my life, so I reveal it. Slight change in, like, the ability. He's going to put that to the bottom for sure. That hurt my... that hurt my soul. I was like, literally, I was like, that would have been... I was like... Because it's still so strong. I take it, no trigger. I think he plays Strusen here, which I don't agree with. Like, getting... Because I think they discard the Ikaku. Yeah, they do. And then KO's my Buggy. I'll take that trade any day. You lose a 2K plus your defending attack. I don't think that was a correct play. Especially because, like, my Buggy usually doesn't swing. I'm going to play Atmos here, which is the... best part about playing him was like the going second. I like going second anyways, just because it makes my Flame Emperors slightly better. Because then I can swing 9, especially in this matchup. He hits the Brulee. Yeah, I'm gonna play Atmos. Not sure which one's correct there, but yeah, we do that, and then I'll just pass. I'm at 4 life actually. They're at 4 life. Got the Brulee. I am assuming I have a Marco for that. Brulee, like, so in set 4, you get Sanji, which does the same thing as Brulee, but I think you have to discard a card for the Sanji, but he's a 5K. And he's got counter. And he's going to look at my life again. I believe this is Fire Fist. And he's going to put it to the bottom again, which I don't believe is correct either. Just because it gets me closer to the Marco. Like, I would have got the pop so little things, and knowing red, I would just get Marco anyways. So I feel like I probably would have just left that there. I definitely would have triggered and just popped the brulee, but in essence, the brulee was going to go either way. And then best thing I get to pop is a pudding, which is a 5K swing depending on your situation. But I just think that putting the Marco closer up for me, it's not great thinking on the trigger here. I don't know what card that was, but I'm going to assume it wasn't Flame Emperor. Maybe it was, though. Yeah, and Oprah's kind of a pain, too. But he's on... I'm going into my 6. They're on 5. Their next turn, they're probably going to want to play the Big Mom, so I'm pretty safe. I think I'm going to probably go 5, then 6. And then play a Marco. Just to pop that. Or I probably play it first to just get rid of the blocker in case they wanted to get that free value. That was the better play. Just because, like, yellow, I mean, worst case, he has a lightning. Yeah, they already played a 2K, so they're going to have to give me another 2K. Yeah, and then I'm going to go 6 again, and I will need another 2K. Just eat through those, so that way they're stuck on those 1Ks. Take it, go down to 3. I'm at 3 life here, too. If they play Big Mom, I think I just give them a life because I should have Flame Emperor. And Flame Emperor, so you gain a life with Big Mom, but I take your Big Mom, I connect for 9, or my hope is to connect for 9. And then either that, I get 3 cards from your hand, and they just didn't give me a 2K, and they already discarded one. So they usually will go back down, and I get rid of the Big Mom. So it's pretty much just like I did one attack. And then, of course, I have that Atmos and the Marco to push in. But, yeah, pretty much my bodies matter. And so I'm just, like, big-handing. He swings at Atmos. I'm like, I think I'll say, I'm going to give up a card. I believe I give up a Marco just because I already have one Marco, and he's going to stay. And my next turn, I'm probably going to Flame Emperor if they play Big Mom. And since they didn't swing 7 with Katakuri, they just went 5 at lead. I'll just get rid of that Fire Fist again. It doesn't have an insane amount of value. It does come up. Yeah, they play 7 for the Big Mom. I'm going to give them a life 100%. Just because I don't want to be at 2, and once I'm at 2, I'm pretty much at 1. And then when I'm at 1, they just play and drop me to 0, and then I'm in danger. So I'm just going to give him the value and give him the life. They haven't seen a Pero Sparrow, which is great for me. I'll probably Flame Emperor and then swing twice on the Opera. But I might go more aggro at face. Because I could go and fish out cards on the... the 4/6. So I can fish out 2 cards and then pretty much guarantee that my Flame Emperor hits. Or I get rid of the character and then my Flame Emperor hits and I get rid of all his swingers. Yeah. I swung 6 at him. Yep. And so now I get a 1K out. I'm going to go 6 again. And again, I'll just eat a card. Now I got a 2K out of their hand. They have 3 cards left in their hand. Or 2. I'll pop the Big Mom. Because I'll just eat the character next turn. So, or maybe they have 4. I think they only have 2. And I'm just going to do that. Just in case the last 2 cards are 2Ks, I think I just bump them to the 8. Or bump them to the 9. Just because I for sure wanted to connect. And it's going to put me in a great spot. I'm debating if I want to leave 1 up. I think I still have 7 in hand. I'm going to I just go... Nope. Yeah, I do just go 8. Because I think he just has 2 cards. So he'd have to have 2-2Ks. After giving me 2-2Ks and playing one, it felt so unlikely. I don't know if I used this last Dawn, though. I think I put 4 because I assumed that they were going to take both. But yeah, so I have more hand. I wonder if I might have guard point. Or, I don't know. I don't see a reason why I would lift that. I don't think I was playing guard point in this build. I definitely wasn't. I was playing 2 Red Hawks, so very odd. Maybe it's just a bluff. But I do know my second to last life is a Marco, so at some point I do want to take that life, and I want to make sure that doesn't get trashed. Oh, he looks at my life, and I think he puts this on the bottom. I think it's a 2K, and I believe he puts it on the bottom. And if so, I definitely take that life, because then I'm getting my Marco. Oh, it's a rush unblockable Luffy. Let's see. Oh, yeah, he tells me to put it on the bottom, and so then I'm definitely taking this life, because I know that life's a Marco. So I'll get Marco, Fire Fist, and then Luffy. Because I know all of my life. So I'm definitely taking this because I want that Marco. Acting like I don't know that that's that Marco, though. But yeah, 100% I was taking that because that gives me my Marco. Alright, he's going to swing at my 6. I'm going to counter out for sure. Those bodies are just so important for me. And on the clapback, I'm probably just going to go at his guy to get rid of him. If he plays another big drop and I have another Flame Emperor, he's got 7, so he can still big mom. That's what I was just checking out. I was like, or he's got 8. Or they might be trying to Katakuri too and boost their life. Either way, I should hopefully have a Flame Emperor because then I can just set them back a turn and connect for 2 again. I give an Otama. I don't know if I have any more 1Ks. Maybe I just had a ton of Otamas in my hand. That happened a lot in the event. Oh, play Pudding. So they might be going for the Big Mom again. The Katakuri. Oh, yeah. So. We know that's coming. Gonna pay 7 for the Big Mom. You know they have a Katakuri. Yeah. I think I just give him another life here. Just because I have 2 and I don't want to be at 1. Because then he drops the Big Mom and I'm pretty much just done for. I'm thinking though, because it's a very tough decision, but I believe I just give him another life. I think it's dependent. If I have Flame Emperor, I 100% give him another life. I might also, if I have Flame Emperor, I could also attempt for game here. And I might just trash the life. Making notes they have 4 cards in their hand. Just so that way I know. I know I have more cards in my hand. Their field is technically bigger. I think what I'm really trying to do is determine if I trash my life, do I lose? Yeah, I give him a life. It's my go. I draw. Nice. Gonna get that last 2. Go to my 10. It's also possible I have a 9 beard. I just play that, and then they have to just use value to swing at me. They can, of course, though, like put one of the characters back in their life. I believe I sent that at Opera. Yeah, I went at Opera. So then I just ate 2 more 2Ks. Definitely must have got those out of life, but that would have been devastating. Play an Ezo search. See what I get. I do have an ace too. I might be searching for a Flame Emperor here. Because I might even play ace just out the opera and then do 2 swings. One swing at opera for 5 and then lead for 7. That should connect. Because then he still has Linlin, which is a swinger, but then, like, he's on his 9, so he plays Katakuri. I grab a Fosa. Nice little blocker there. I might go Flame Emperor, play Fosa. Because then I have a little blocker to stop an attack if I need to. Yeah, Flame Emperor. Yeah. Pop Big Mom. I'm going to go up by 3. I think they have 2 cards in hand, so I probably still only swing 8. I go 8. Just because they would need 2 2Ks. They've given me a ton of 2Ks. If they have that many 2Ks, great. This cracker, they trash a card. Boom. So they did have 1 2K, but now they have 1 card in hand, so I have, like, hand advantage. And then no trigger, so they're at 1 life. They have a cracker. They have opera. Cracker is double attack. I'm going to pay 2 for that Fosa, and I'll likely stop that. If I remember correctly, I think he actually forgot that because he has less, so he attached 1 Dawn and then, like, swung. I think he attached 2 to swing 7, so it was really 8. And so I just, like, blocked it because, of course, I don't want to go to 0. I'm in the position to be able to out. But, yeah, I mean, he's probably going to play the Katakuri, which gives him 2 Dawn to work with, or he slaps down the Big Mom. But I don't believe he saw the Big Mom, which was huge for me. I did have the Marco, though, so I had Marco, Fosa, blockers. 5 cards in hand. They have 3. Have seen a ton of 2Ks. I've had a couple of games where I just saw all my 2Ks. Like, nothing else, but I saw all of my 2Ks. But, yeah, I think they go 2 under the cracker, swing 8. Yeah. And then it takes a sec because I was like, just clarified. I was like, wait, shouldn't it be 8? Because then it's 6 on my turn, and a lot of people, you should know. No, make sure to know what your cards do. Just because, like, anybody else could easily be like, oh yeah, I'll counter out of the 7. Cause yeah, I blocked that because I don't want to go to 0. Still a ton of Dawn that they could swing with. It just would not put me in a. And it's quite possible. He could also play the Katakuri and add the cracker back. But the guy is super low on hand just because he's, like, used a lot of stuff. Oh, he also just, I didn't even realize that. But, like, be careful with your hand in the online events. I've shown my hand a couple of times when I've done, like, the streams. Everybody's like, watch your hand. I'm like, yeah, this guy's just. I couldn't even tell you what any of those cards are. Wow. And so he does the effect. He's going to look at my life. You already know that that's a Fire Fist. So. Yeah, because, I mean, that had no value there. He's probably afraid of it popping the cracker. Which it couldn't because cracker's at 8. And then I know the other one's the unblockable Luffy. So I could pick up the Luffy knowing he's got 3 cards in hand. He can't play Katakuri anymore, so he could play potentially another Big Bomb if he was to. Yeah, I would just trash the life, and I'm going for game next turn, because 2 cards, mathematically, I just win. I go 9, so 3 Dawn. He takes it, and then I just Dawn everything under the Atmos. Go 7. So no Big Mom. I feel like I just take it just so I have that go for any event that I might want to use with Ace. I know it's the Luffy. That was unexpected. I think I discard all one case. Yeah, I literally, I would have been so toast there. And so yeah, they have 3 cards in their hand, and I just have to go for game here. And I likely probably just go 7. I might even have a Machino. I doubt it though. But I probably go 7. I just discarded a ton of events. I don't know how many more I have. But I probably go 7. I'm going 10. No. See, I thought, yeah, I was like, I need to go 9. And I'll just go all the rest in. And then if that doesn't connect, I go 5. They take it. Oh, see, that was, yeah, I knew I had the Katakuri. So I actually, like, knew that the most, yeah, it was like 7. Yeah. And 7 did it. Yeah. But yeah, and I'm just talking about how I kept the Fire Fist for counter just in case, which came up because I don't think I had any other counter in my hand, possibly. Because I have an ace and, yeah. So I still had one. But I had 3. Yeah. I had all of the bosses. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out the channel. If you aren't already, consider subscribing. Thank you.